Hello, Bears. It's that time of year again. We're getting ready to start LEAP testing, and I have all of the information that you need to be prepared. Stick with me until the end of this video, and I will give you some information on how to claim a free dress pass for your student. First, let's look at the testing schedule. LEAP testing this year starts on Monday, April 25th. 7th and 8th grade start off on that day and continue testing in ELA and math until Wednesday, April 27th. At that time, they'll get a little break, while 6th grade tests in ELA and math from Thursday, April 28th until Monday, May 2nd. Then 7th and 8th grade will pick back up with science on Tuesday, May 3rd and social studies on Wednesday, May 4th. 6th grade will finish out with science on the 5th and social studies on May 6th. This schedule is important because all sessions have to be taken in this order. If a student misses Session 1, they cannot begin testing Session 2 until they complete the first session, which may mean they have to take multiple sessions in one day. Also, students test better in their regularly scheduled testing sessions. Therefore, it's important to make sure that students are attending each day during testing, so make sure not to schedule any appointments during this time and make every effort to be at school on time. Let's talk about calculators. 8th grade students are allowed to use a scientific calculator, like the one shown, on sessions 2 and 3 of the math test. They are encouraged to bring one that they are familiar with, but they may borrow one if they forget theirs. These calculators are around $14 at Walmart, so it may be a wise investment to ensure they have one for their personal use, and they'll use it in high school as well. 6th and 7th grade calculators are a little bit different. They are only allowed to use basic 4-function calculators, such as the one pictured. These can be found at the dollar store, or students may borrow one or use the one available within the testing program. Let's take a look at the scores and what they mean. The state has certain standards for each subject and grade that students are expected to master by the end of that school year. Students receive a grade that indicates how close they got to mastering those standards for each subject. If a student scores an advanced in any subject, it means that they not only mastered these standards, but they have gone above and beyond by exceeding the expectations that the state has for that student. If a student scores mastery, it means that they are right on track. They have shown that they have mastered the material and skills expected of them at that grade level. Basic means they are almost there, and approaching basic means that they've partially met those expectations. Unsatisfactory is the lowest achievement level, and it means that they have not yet mastered those skills that students are expected to master within that school year. These scores will be given to students to take home in the fall, and these can affect the classes that students are allowed to take in the future, so it is important that students try their very best on these tests. So now that we have the basic information about the test itself, here are some things that students can do to be prepared for these important tests. The first is that students should be physically ready the day of the test. This includes getting a good night's sleep before the day of the test so that students can concentrate better. Also, make sure students eat a healthy meal the morning of the test. It should include protein, such as eggs, bacon, or yogurt, which will also help students concentrate. Supplement that protein with a small amount of whole grain cereal or toast and some low-fat milk, and you're good to go. No student can think clearly when they're hungry. Finally, make sure to stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water. The next tip to be prepared is to be healthy in general, not just during testing. Students should be exercising regularly. This will help students give their brain a break, and it will give their heart and other muscles a good workout. Staying away from junk food is also important. Consuming a diet high in sugar can cause your body to deplete its energy quickly, and students can lose their ability to concentrate. And last, don't forget self-care. This is so important. When students are feeling overwhelmed, it's important that they stop and take some deep breaths. I know testing can be very stressful for some students, but it's important that they remain calm in the days leading up to the test. One way to do that is to take some slow walks outside, take a long bath, or listen to some soothing music that will help them clear their head. And then finally, thinking positive and being confident goes a long way. All of our students are capable of doing great things, so they need to remember that. So what to do if you feel yourself getting nervous during the test? Being nervous about a test is normal, but if you find yourself with racing thoughts, an inability to concentrate, feelings of dread like that pit in the middle of your stomach, a fast heartbeat, headache, or even nausea, you might be experiencing test anxiety. Here are some tips to manage those unpleasant feelings. The first one is to read carefully. Make sure you read the directions and all questions thoroughly. Slow down and remember to stay focused. Secondly, don't pay attention to what other people are doing. It doesn't matter what anybody else in that class is doing. So maybe you can't think about what to write, but everyone else around you is typing away. Just ignore it. What if everyone else around you is done and you're still working? Once again, it doesn't matter. Just focus on doing the absolute best that you can. Next, watch the clock. You need to be using your time wisely, but this also means not to rush. It's easier to panic when you lose track of time, so make sure that you're working efficiently. During the test, focus on breathing and staying calm. If you feel yourself starting to panic, breathe in as you count to 4, then exhale as you count to 4. Do this a couple of times and it will help to refocus your mind. But remember, don't ever let those negative thoughts sneak in. And finally, have a positive attitude. Students have worked so hard all year long. Remind yourself of that. Tell yourself that you've got this. And remember, your parents and your teachers all believe in you. So good luck, Bears. Like I said before, you worked hard all year long. So now it's time to show what you know. If you have any questions or concerns about testing, please contact Ms. Cawthorn at brenda.cawthorn@lpsb.org. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. If you've stuck with me until this point, make sure to fill out the form that is located in the comments below the video. Just answer a few short questions, and your student will be added to the list for free dress. There will be a designated date for this free dress day, and that will be announced soon. Students should follow CCD guidelines on this day. Thanks again for watching, and as always, go Bears!